Right, so for Continuum, we give it an overall rating
7.4 out of 10.
So it's the strong fit for the right buyer, but not the right fit for every buyer out there, and we'll cover what it is. Welcome to the very first episode of District 65. We tour it so
you don't have to.
My name is TJ, and beside me I have...
Denise.
So Denise, where are we today?
We are here at Continuum.
Right, so why are we here?
We're here because we want to show you Continuum, that is a mega freehold project, very rare in District 15, and it is going to TOP next year in Q2 2027. So a quick one on how we work.
So we score every property across 6 criteria. We have your location, your price, the density, the developer, the supply, and the potential upside. So it's the same framework for every property that we look into.
We'll pull the URA data, we'll walk the Showflat, and we'll run the numbers.
And mainly we're not paid by the developer, so every opinion that we give you will be my honest opinion and Denise's honest opinion as well.
So this is the Continuum. We have 816 units. It's a mega freehold plot of land. So we actually have 2 plots of land separated by Tembusu Avenue, and it is connected by a link bridge. So the history of this place was actually, it used to be 20 over pre-war bungalows owned by Mr. Wee Tembusu himself. And developer, which is Hoi Hub and Sunway, has successfully en-blocked this to come up with the Continuum. So we are actually walking distance to 2 MRTs. On the top, this will be towards my PLQ, Paya Lebar MRT. On the bottom to the left, that will be towards my Dakota MRT. So the walking distance is about 700 to 800 meters, which takes you about 9 minutes. But with that said, we do actually have 2 bus stops just right outside. Bus 30 takes you to Dakota MRT in 2 stops. District 15 is actually known for freehold developments, but we do see a lot of smaller boutique freehold developments. So for example, if you look at Butterworth Lane, if you look at Ipoh Lane, they are mainly the smaller freehold projects. So that's where Continuum actually stands out, because we are pretty big in land size. So let's talk about the bigger picture, which is our commuting and lifestyle. So lifestyle-wise, we have our PLQ, where you do your shopping and your groceries. And if you are into our local food, then we have the Old Airport Road, which is just a short drive away. We are also pretty near towards your Parkway Parade, which is right above us. That's where you have your shopping, you have your tuition center, your enrichment centers. You are also a pretty quick drive, I would say about 10 to 12 minutes, even with traffic, towards our CBD area, which is past our Nico Highway towards our Suntec area. So if you do drive and you want to hit the expressways, we are a straight road down from Tanjung Katong Road towards the ECP. We are also pretty near your KPE via Nico Highway side. And we are also just a short drive past PLQ towards your PIE. Schools-wise, we are actually 1 click to 3 primary schools, Kong Hwa, Haig Girls, and Tanjung Katong Primary. But we do also have pretty good renowned secondary schools, such as our Chongqing High Main, our Dunman High, Tanjung Katong Secondary, and also Tanjung Katong Girls School. If you're into lifestyle, as we know, our national stadium is undergoing transformation as well. There's going to be a lot of upcoming sports activities, lifestyle that you can go for, as well as our East Coast Park. If you're into cycling, running, we are also just a short drive away. On top of that, if you're into cafe hopping, that's where you can actually access your cafes at the Joo Chiat Tanjung Katong area.
So we're now here in the largest unit type that we have, the 5 bedrooms, standing in at 1905 square feet. Very huge. Denise nearly fell down over there. If you look up, we do have a very high ceiling, 4.6 meters if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, absolutely
very big
right.
high ceiling that we have over here. You can build an overhead bridge, you can walk on top. Right, so this kind of frontage is something that you don't see very often in the new launches that we have nowadays.
You're hidden behind the flowers.
Hidden behind the flowers. Okay, over here on our right hand side, we do have your dry kitchen space, areas for you to entertain your guests and whatnot. Very good finishing, man. Right, so imagine you come over here, you want to drink your wine, open it up, have a nice sit at the balcony space over there. Right, so the living room is so huge. You have a nice dining area. It's a 10-seater that we have over here. You even have an area to put your L-shaped sofa. And what we have done over here is we have knocked down the walls. So it goes to show that the rooms here can be knocked down on.
What are you going to put there?
Entertainment room,
Your
many
lounge.
people.
Piano lah, you play piano, right?
I don't play piano. I got play piano.
Oh.
Do I play piano? No, I don't play the piano. Alright, so as we walk down the aisle, you would see that our rooms are tucked away to one side. We do have your common on your left. Very, very good size.
Up fits a queen.
教你们
Perfect.
怎样看床，2个枕头放在一起。如果旁边没有位的话，这个就是我大号床。
大号床。
这里就是我们的卧室了，是卧室吗？
卧室。
这里就是
卫生间。
这里就是我们的卫生间了。
Sorry, I cursed.
Okay, something interesting, huh? The developers have decided to cover this area up. This is where your original room was supposed to be, your other common room was supposed to be. It also shows you the flexibility of the space lah. So you can cover it up. And then they have broken down the walls over here. So you do have a very nice study space.
Wow, home office.
记好一下哦，每天起床不用去 office 了，直接这里做工。
But you can have the option to convert to a walk-in wardrobe also
Correct.
lah, right?
Right. A lot of flexibility within the space itself, from the living room that we saw all the way to the master bedroom, and very, very good size master bedroom.
Can we-
真的很好 very good size.
Yeah, so it is quite comfortable. You can fit in a king size. You know, if you have a baby cot, you want to have your massage chair.
刚才我们学到的，后面那个是 queen size bed，这个就是我们的
King size
bed. Yeah,
bed.
because our pillows have space on the sides. And then, this is the creme de la creme. We do have a very nice master bathroom. We have a bathtub even there. So we do have a shower area where Denise is standing, and then on top of that, you still have your bath area, and then you have a for him and for her also.
Nice. Very
So
hotel.
wake up in the
very
morning,
hotel.
don't need to fight lah, don't need to worry lah. And then a lot of wardrobe space that we have over here. Very sleek, very modern.
And also with this black tinted glass.
And then towards our yard, we do have your bomb shelter over here. We do have a WC over here. 来，给你们看一个 secret. 我们这里也是有 secret 的。
Secrets.
We have a store there. So this is a signature from Koi Hub and Sunway. This is what they like to do, and I think it's very useful. So on top of having your bomb shelter, we do have another storeroom available for you as well.
Yeah, and also a back door access.
Yep. Again, then towards the right, or where we're walking towards, this would be your galley kitchen. So for people who enjoy cooking every day, you don't need to go out to have barbecue and whatnot. Every day have your Korean barbecue at home. 真的是很多的. You can have, how many stoves? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stoves. That's a lot. How come got glass one?
That's the 抽烟。
为什么是有 glass 的?
Attest.
Okay.
It's attest. 还有 attest 到有 dishwasher.
Yeah. Oh yes, correct. So I forgot about it. You even have a dishwasher over here. From what I've heard, people nowadays they cook the salmon. They cook the salmon using the dishwasher one.
Wow.
Ready. And then 2-door fridge. You see, a lot of places when they give you a 2-door fridge, right, you cannot walk past. But the space here is so good that 不是问题哦. And then we have your guest, another WC over here, and a junior master on my left hand side. Very sizable as well. Fits a queen with the nice wardrobe space. I think the salon dropping out already. With the attached bath also.
Yeah, I think it's perfect for
It comes with a fan.
multi-gen living. Yes. So there is a ceiling fan which will be installed just at showroom because it's the penthouse unit. So they kind of install it here for you lah. And that takes us to freehold. So this is always a big question, right? Is the premium actually worth it?
Right, so it really depends. As we all know, D15 is usually made up of your boutique condos, 10 units, 20 units, 30 units kind of situation.
They don't have full condo facilities.
Yeah, exactly. So when it comes to liquidity in the future, if you want to sell your property, it becomes a bit harder on the resale market.
Yeah, it's not wrong. Yeah, and I think for Continuum, it's a little bit different. It is the mega freehold development. It's 816 units, and that's a proper resale market within one development. So if you don't already know, government no longer sell freehold land.
Yep.
Yeah, so any developers who are trying to get the freehold land will actually have to go through something called en bloc, which is getting rarer and harder these days.
Correct.
Yeah, so there is that rarity in that freehold aspect as well.
Right, so Denise, if you have got 4.5 million to 5 million in D15, where would you buy? Why?
To be honest, I don't think I have much options. I would probably look at the new launch for sure. And I'll be looking at Grand Dunman. But Grand Dunman is 99 years. It's a big development, 1,008 units. 4 bedrooms are fully sold. I only have 5 bedrooms left that are about 5.1 mil, which can be my consideration as well. Tembusu, 4 and 5 bedroom, fully sold. 2 penthouses starting from 7.8 million. So I think Continuum is kind of almost like a no-brainer, right? Because freehold is quite rare. And it is the only project in District 15 where I can get a single floor plate, large format, 4 and 5 bedder. I think the other consideration is also Mayor Blue, which is also freehold. 4 bedder, we still have starting from about 4.5 million. The 5 bedders starting from about 5.7 million. And we do see that Continuum, there is a price gap, right, of about 4 to 500,000 difference. So I think Continuum will be my choice actually.
Right, so I think what we've also said is for Continuum itself, the price point we're looking at is only about 10% premium compared to the other developments. So I think it makes it kind of like a no-brainer in that sense lah.
All right, so TJ, who is this actually for?
Alright, so I think it's good for families who are looking for large sizes. I think it's a bit of a rarity in this day and age to find 1,900 over square feet for a 5-bedder in the area itself. So it's definitely very ideal for families because we also have schools. We do have 3 schools like we've mentioned. I think we're not too far away from the MRT stations. We're not too far away from your shopping mall. East Coast Park is just a stone's throw away. So it's very ideal. The lifestyle is there. The amenities are there. I think it's a very mature town that we're looking at lah.
And I think also with the introduction of post-harmonization, we do see many 4 and 5 bedders, which are averaging about 1,200 to 1,004-ish square feet. And yeah, it's really getting rare to get unit size of 1,006 to 1,009.
Right. So I think also on top of that, it's kind of like a legacy planning. You can pass it down to generations because we are sitting on a freehold tenure. So you don't need to worry about lease decay, and that's for sure, right? Okay, so for the review,
Let's go through one by one.
right. So for location and connectivity, we have given it a 5.8. 2 MRT stations. We do have your Paya Lebar and your Dakota MRT station, with it respectively about 700 to 800 meters away. And the schools and amenities bring it up, right? Because we do have the 3 schools like we've mentioned earlier, and you are about 5 minutes away from your expressways.
But with that said, there are bus stops just right outside to take you to your MRTs, which is bus 30 in just 2 stops.
Correct. That's why we've given it a 5.8. Now on to the price comparables.
Okay, so I would rate it 8.5. Pretty high, I would say. Reason being the entry PSF is about 10% above our neighboring competitors. And I think all the available units now are below 3,000 PSF. So I think that puts us at a very marginal difference between the leasehold and the freehold aspect.
So we'll now show you the availability snapshot of what units we have left.
This table is useful because it shows the full spread, not just the cheapest unit.
For the 4-bedroom, our entry price is 4.1 million to 5.8 million. And the 5-bedroom entry is 5.1 million to 5.9 million.
2 bedrooms are fully sold, 306 units gone, with only 2 1-bedders left.
So as we know, Continuum sits on 2 plots of land. They are separated by a road and connected by a link bridge that we have. It's easy for you to walk around without bumping into your neighbor kind of situation, right? So we do rate it quite high at 8.0. And for 816 units, that's on the less dense side already.
And I think in terms of developer, we rate it pretty high at 8. It is a joint venture between Hoi Hub and Sunway. They have done multiple completed projects such as key residences, and they are Band 2 developer on the Conquest scoring. So the track record is there.
So for supply and exit liquidity as well, we gave it a 6.7. The resale transactions in the D15 area is very healthy. Rental yield is rather moderate as well. So although there's some competition within the D15 area, we do see that if you need to exit in the future and with such a large floor plate as well, I think it won't be much of an issue. Right, so for Continuum, we give it an overall rating 7.4 out of 10.
We rate it 3 stars.
So if you like what we have just presented, we do have the scorecard available to you, and it's available in the description below.
Okay, so if you are evaluating this, not just watching this, and you want to run through your specific numbers, like your CPF, your loan, your timeline, book us a call. Link is in the description.
Yep. So we can have a no obligation chit chat just to find out a bit more and what makes sense for you. So do remember to like, share, and subscribe if you found what we have shared or the content that we have shared interesting.
Same framework, any launch.